Were Liverpool really that good? And could Manchester City have won the league? I'm going to let you know now. Here's today's video. Manchester City could have won the Premier League, and I'll show you just how easy it would have been. Liverpool, were they really all that good? So here's Liverpool versus City, right? Liverpool with 25 wins, 9 draws and 4 losses. City with 21 wins, 8 draws and 9 losses. Now, you look at that and you're thinking, yeah, but they were miles off. So this is how it ended. Liverpool finished on 84 points, and Manchester City finished on 71 points. Now, that is a massive gap. So you're probably thinking, well, how do you win the league then? How are you close to winning the league? It's quite easy, really. All we got to do is beat Liverpool twice. We're 1 point behind them. And I know you're thinking, yeah, but that's no easy feat. Not anybody can just go and beat Liverpool twice, especially at Anfield, because it is a fortress. And let's be fair, last season they had a better team than us. But 78 points and 77 points, and all we had to do was lock down for them 2 games. I don't know, but if you ask me, that to me is not even copium. You're asking for 2 wins to turn the tide in your favour by that amount. That Liverpool fans, more specifically, will be looking at our transfers that we've just done in this window and the January transfer window and thinking, yeah, wow, they're strong. And they can't tell me they're not, because I've seen them all over YouTube, I've seen them all over Twitter. They are scared. Scared might not be the right word. Intimidated is probably the right word. Because if they're anything like me, they're looking at that points gap and thinking, oh yeah, they were pretty close. So we wouldn't be able to win the league just by beating Liverpool twice. But all we'd have to do is beat one of them teams. Brighton beat us 2-1 and Bournemouth beat us 2-1. Granted, it was at Brighton and at Bournemouth. But still, is it so hard to believe that we could have done that? Well, the question is, are Liverpool as good as everyone's making out that Liverpool are to be? The same as Slot. Slot came in, he had a given. That Premier League, it was just magical for him. Everything aligned. He walked the league. But when you look at the other competitions they were in, and they lost, why couldn't they have fallen in the Premier League as well? They could have, just as easily. And obviously, as a Liverpool fan, you'll be watching them and you'll be thinking, well, that's another competition gone. That's another competition gone. That's another competition gone. And although Arsenal were right behind them, I don't think it was Arsenal that Liverpool fans were threatening. I think it was Manchester City, because of what Manchester City could do. Now, if you watch TalkSport and those shows alike, apparently City have lost the grip. Simon Jordan says that teams aren't scared anymore. Well, if that's the case, get out of that low block. Come and get us. Because I assure you, it won't be long before you're scared again. It won't be long until you're back in that low block. Now, there was teams in that league that shouldn't have even been putting up a fight. The only reason those teams were up where they were is because City was down where they were. So, what really impacted our season? What turned our season to shit? It's quite simple, really. Injuries. We had injuries to Rodri, Oscar Bob, Kevin De Bruyne, Nathan Ake, John Stones, Manuel Kanji, Mateo Kovacic, Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden and Ederson. How can you tell me that Liverpool are as good as you say when we had injuries to all those players? Vital players. Oscar Bob in pre-season was on fire. Rodri, Ballon d'Or winner. Nathan Ake locked down Salah multiple times, which when you go back to this statistic and this statistic, it makes a massive difference. If Ake was playing, maybe lock Salah down. If, buts, maybes, right? Phil Foden carried us to the league the season before, and for some reason he just couldn't get back last season. Kevin De Bruyne won vital games seasons prior. If it was an assist or a goal, he won games. Ederson with his vital passes downfield to Haaland, and back in the day to Aguero. So good. John Stones, so sturdy. John Stones could have stayed fit and not get injured because he's made of biscuits. I genuinely think he would have been in with a shout for a Ballon d'Or. Jeremy Doku, he does scare right backs. To be fair. Is he pivotal? I wouldn't say he's really pivotal, but he's a good player nonetheless. And Mateo Kovacic, Gundogan couldn't play his game without a pacey midfielder next to him. And that pacey midfielder had to be Kovacic. And if you go back and have a look at Kovacic's stats from last season when he was playing, out of his skin, his stats are very, very, very similar to Rodri's the season before. Now look at this as well. Injuries FC, as you can see. You can make nearly a full squad out of our injuries. 10 out of 11 players. Look at that squad. That is a world beater. Don't tell me that injuries didn't play a part in our terrible season. Ederson, Stones, Akanji, Ake, the list keeps going. Look at that team and tell me that wouldn't do a job in the league. Now, whose fault is it? Is it our fault for not managing? Possibly. Again, if, buts, maybes. But tell me, if 3 or 4 of those players out of the 10 that are there didn't get injured, would we have won the league? I'm saying yes. I'm saying if we beat Liverpool twice, we're 1 point behind, and then we beat Brentford or Bournemouth at their own grounds. Sorry, not Brentford, Brighton. Then it's not out of the question, is it? Rivals are scared, and I know I've said it quite a bit. But look at the players we just brought in. We bought the best player from Wolves, the best player from Lyon, and the best player from AC Milan. The best player from the Serie A, actually. And we've put him in our team. And what does that mean? Well, that means we're filling gaps. We're filling holes where we were leaking. They're going to plug them gaps. Now, granted, we could do with a right back. Would a right back change our season next season? Maybe, possibly. Because at the minute we've got 2 attacking fullbacks. So we need a defensive right back. But this is where I think Husanov comes in. I think we'll see Husanov at right back next season. But obviously moving in towards the centre so that Aït-Nouri can get down. Which I'm very, very excited for. So the question to you lot that watching is, with less injuries, would we have won the league? And were we the reason that Liverpool won the league? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Like the video, subscribe, hit that bell, and see you next time. Bye-bye.